Are you unknowingly pushing love away? Sometimes the things that we want most, love, care, and support, are actually the things that we subconsciously block. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about what the nourishment barrier is and how that might be getting in your way of receiving love. And most importantly, what you can start doing to let love in. Hi, I'm Cynthia. I'm a somatic therapist and coach, and I help people pleasers and high achievers to stop living for others and to start living life on their own terms. And a big part of that is learning how to receive the love and support that you deserve. So you're probably wondering, what is the nourishment barrier? The nourishment barrier is the invisible wall that we build that keeps us from getting the love, care, support, and nourishment from people and the world around us, even when we really want that. So now you might be asking me, well, Cynthia, how does said nourishment barrier develop? So somewhere along the way, many of us learned or picked up on a limiting belief or limiting story that it's not safe to receive. Maybe you were taught growing up the importance of being independent and self-reliant. Or maybe you learned that needing others was a weakness. Or maybe receiving from others was tied to some painful or traumatic experiences. Your nervous system learned it's not safe to receive. It's not okay to receive. And so subconsciously, you built a wall, a nourishment barrier that now keeps love, care, and support at arm's length. So how do you know if you have a nourishment barrier? If you do have one, which most people, at least in the Western world, have to some degree, you might find yourself feeling disconnected, lonely, or unsupported, even when you're surrounded by people who care about you. You might notice a sense of tenseness in your torso, or a sense of bracing or pulling back. You might also notice in your torso and your upper body just an overall sense of tightness, rigidity, tension. One thing that comes up frequently with my clients is that they don't even realize they're putting up walls until they notice that it's hard to let people in, it's hard to feel close to others. Deep down, they're really craving closeness and intimacy, whether it's with their partner or family or friends, and yet subconsciously, they're actually pushing it away. Is any of this sounding familiar to you at all? If so, give this video a like so that I know it's landing for you. So now I'm going to share some real life examples of how this shows up. One way that this can show up is with something like receiving compliments. So someone may say to you, "You look beautiful," or "I like your outfit," or "your hair." Or maybe you had a presentation at work and someone says to you that, "Wow, you're such a great communicator, you're really articulate," or "I really liked how you expressed that idea." And instead of receiving the compliment and just saying thank you, you might either deflect, you might downplay the comment, or you might even change the subject altogether. In my sessions with clients, one way that I will support them to work through this is to actually practice receiving compliments in session. And in the beginning, it can be pretty challenging. They'll notice that they can't let the words in. They're feeling really tense, really tight. They're wanting to distract, change the subject in our session together. And so I will invite them to come back to their body. We might do some breathing or somatic exercises to help them get grounded, get present, and just to notice what's happening in the body and to see if we can bring in some ease, some spaciousness, bringing in space so that they can actually receive the compliment. And while it might feel challenging the first time we practice this in session, after we've done it a few times, it starts to get easier. So here's an example of how this can show up in relationships. Clients will tell me, I don't know why. I don't feel close to my partner, or we feel distant. I feel emotionally disconnected. And when we dig a little deeper, when we look a little closer, their partner is actually expressing love in different ways. So they might be expressing non-verbally through hugs, through hand-holding or kissing, or maybe verbally through words of affection, like saying, I love you. Yet it's not registering for them. They're not letting it in. They can't feel it. The nourishment barrier can make love feel distant even when it's right in front of you. The good news is this isn't your fault and you're not broken. It's simply a protective mechanism, a survival strategy that your nervous system learned, and you can shift it. So now let's get to the juicy part. Let's talk about how to start shifting from self-protection to deeper connection. One simple practice is to notice the small ways that love and nourishment already show up in your life. This can be as simple as taking a few minutes out of your day to step outside and to just feel the warmth of the sun shining on your face, shining on your body, and just receiving that warmth, that solar energy. The next time you're out and about, maybe you're at the market or at a restaurant and someone opens the door for you, can you graciously just receive and say thank you? The next time someone pays you a compliment, you might take a moment to pause, notice that part of you that may want to downplay or minimize the compliment or explain it away. And instead of doing that, just say thank you. The next time your partner expresses love and affection to you, see if you can really be present in that moment and feel the sensations in your body. If your partner is wrapping you in a hug, is really feeling his or her arms around you, the pressure around your body, the warmth of their body, and see if you can really allow yourself to receive the touch, the loving words into your heart in that moment. These micro moments start to rewire your nervous system to feel safe to receive. If you're enjoying today's video, please like and subscribe, and share this video with someone in your life who may need a little help and support around receiving love in their life. I'd love to hear from you. How does the nourishment barrier show up in your life? Drop a comment below and share your experience. And if you're needing any more support around any of this, you can book a one-on-one session with me. Details are in the description box below. And the most important takeaway from the video is that you deserve to receive love, support, and nourishment. And the first step is giving yourself permission. I'll see you in the next video.